Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. It is back to a day 3. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to acknowledge that you are not with us right here at the school. I know that many of you guys are logging in from home, and it's a little bit different, We as a school have pretty much made it through the whole school year so far without having to go to remote learning. We did have the one snow day, right? But that was it. Other than that, we've been really, really lucky. So this is kind of a first for us where we've actually had to close down the physical building. But I want to be careful, and I don't want to say that we're closing down the school because you are the school and you're logging in. That means a lot. You see, the one thing about Fort Zeller is that nothing can stop us. We are oftentimes inside the walls of the building, but today we're all over the place. We are everywhere. We are in your house. We are all over our community. And you know what? We're still Fort Zeller. You're still part of Fort Zeller. You are still part of us. You're part of our family. We're just a little bit farther away from each other. And the fact that you're logging in, well, that means a lot to me. And it means a lot to your teachers too. So I really want to say that because for many of us, it's kind of a drag that we don't get to see our friends for the next few days. We don't get to see our loving teachers for the next few days. And I don't get to see you. I don't get to actually look you in the eye and say I love you and like you just the way you are. But you know what? It's okay. You guys already know I love you. You guys already know that I like you guys just the way you are. And you know what? The great thing about technology is that we still get to do a mindful minute. So let's go ahead and get ourselves settled. Look around, find something interesting. This time you're not in your classroom, you're going to find something different. And study it, study its shape, study its size and its colors. And then take a breath in and take a breath out. Wow, what are you noticing? What do you notice with your sense of smell, for instance? And then with your skin, notice the clothing on you. Perhaps you're still wearing your pajamas. It's going to be a little softer than what you would normally wear to school. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're ready to go and you're wearing your regular school clothes, even if you're at home. Notice the air brushing against your skin. And finally, with your ears, just pause and listen. Maybe your environment is super loud. Identify all those sounds. Maybe it's quiet. Notice, what are you noticing? What are you observing? What sticks out now that you're paying attention? Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves settled. Notice our body. Notice how Earth is pulling us down, and there's that chair holding you up. And let's take that first breath in through our nose. And out through your mouth. Allowing your chest to relax and your body to settle into your chair. Breathe in once again. And out. Allowing your body to notice your breathing as it expands your belly and deflates as you let it out. Breathe in again. And out. Now expand your awareness now to your body. As you breathe in. Notice all 10 toes and your feet and your heels. And as you breathe out, notice your ankles and your calves and both knees. Breathe in. Notice the upper part of your legs, and your hips and your lower back. As you breathe out, notice how your upper back and your shoulders relax. Give yourself permission to relax. As you breathe in, put a spotlight on your belly. Noticing how your belly expands like a balloon, filling with air, and as you let it out, coming back in, allowing your chest too to relax. As you breathe in, notice your arms and both elbows, both forearms and both wrists. Notice your palms and your fingers, all 10. As you breathe out, notice your neck and your head. And let's not forget that we as human beings aren't just our bodies, but we also have feelings. You breathe in, Notice what feelings you've brought to school, or that you have in your house today. Maybe it's sadness as you breathe out because you won't get to see your friends. Maybe it's happiness because this is a little bit different. Don't get too caught up in why you feel that way. Just notice that happiness as you breathe in. Notice that sadness or whatever feeling you have and just let it be. As you breathe out, let those feelings tell you what they need to tell you. And as you breathe in, seek to understand those feelings. And as you breathe out, allow those feelings to go in due time to the next moment. Now in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. When you can't hear it anymore, you can then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and find a flag. If you can't find a flag, in your mind, imagine the flag. Put your right hand on your chest, and let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can go ahead and take a seat. I want to remind you, first of all, how proud and happy I am that so many of you guys have joined me in the Mindful Minute. It's always an invitation. Mr. Lynn's never going to make you do it. But the fact that so many of you guys the fact that so many of you guys have come up with different new breathing techniques. Here's one that I just got. I've got some notes from other people. It tells me that you're joining me. And that means a lot to me. And that's great. Don't forget, here at school we have 3 expectations. And when I say here at school, that means now also at home or wherever you're broadcasting from, okay? It still holds the same. Number 1, show that you're respectful. Respectful to others as well as to yourself. You want to make sure you're respectful to your teachers online, but also when your parents are around, your siblings are around, you want to work with them with respect. Give them that respect so that they can treat you with respect too. Also, give that respect to yourself. You want to do things that, even when nobody else is looking, it's the right thing, because that will make you proud of yourself. If you've ever had that feeling of being proud of yourself, you know it's a great feeling. Well, you are the one who's ultimately in charge of coming up and creating that feeling. Do the right thing, even when no one else is looking. We call that integrity. Show that you're responsible. Responsible with your iPad, responsible with using Zoom, responsible with getting your work done, right? You want to get that work done on Schoology or Seesaw or on Razkids or anything that you're asked to do. Show that perseverance. That, in the month of April, is our character trait. We'll talk about that in a moment, but it does mean not giving up. And finally, show that you're ready for everything, ready to learn in your new environment because you're not in class. You know, it's different. Enjoy it. Savor that blessing. And like I said, in the month of April, perseverance is our character trait. Never give up. You will be asked to do things that you don't want to do. Show that grit, show that toughness, so that you can get the job done. And I was talking to some second graders in Miss Kane's class, and I talked about when Mr. Lynn was a teacher, I remember I had best friends, 2 best friends in my class. One where everything came easy to her. She didn't have to study, and she got 100% and everything right on a test. And her best friend got everything wrong, but I knew something about this friend. This friend did everything that I asked her to do. She studied hard, she did her homework, and still got everything wrong. And I did ask the students in Miss Kane's class, who do you think ultimately I was proud of? The one who didn't try and got everything right, or the one who tried hard and got everything wrong? And to a T, every single student knew that Mr. Lynn was proud of the kid who got everything wrong, because eventually that effort of trying hard, having that perseverance, will pay off. And this friend, by the way, is successful nowadays. She's a grown up, and she's actually um, a helicopter pilot for the U.S. Marines. We're talking helicopters with guns on it, and she's enjoying her life. And I'm really proud of her. So she is successful, and she showed that grit and toughness. Now, this other friend, thank goodness, is also doing a fabulous job in life too. I'm really proud of her too. So, just want to share with you, there are stories out there. I want you to be that story, the person who's never going to give up, even if you get everything wrong. You're never going to give up. Okay, now I want to tell you guys this. Every kid deserves to hear it from somebody who loves them, and that's me right now. I love you, and I like you just the way you are. Today, I challenge you to find some siblings, some friends in the neighborhood, also your parents, and tell them that you love them, and you like them just the way they are. All right, let's make it a great Wednesday. I'll see you around.